Hi, guys. How are y'all doing? Last week we had a great subject that we talked about, and this week is not going to be any different. I'm just fixing my hair a little bit. Um, so let's see here. Oh, by the way, I had an amazing Sunday, just in case y'all wanted to know. It was beautiful. I went to help my daughter unpack some things in her house and put them up. I don't know if you all know it, but she's expecting a baby. So, yes, I'm going to be a grandmother and it's going to be a girl. And yes, I am so happy. So, I went and helped her unpack some things because she moves into her new home. And, she recently got married and all of that. So, it's been a wonderful time. And I'm so happy. I'm so full of joy. And, it just feels so good to know that in a couple of months, we're going to have a new baby full of joy. And, um, I'm going to get pictures and I'm going to share those with you, when the baby gets a little bit older so you guys can kind of see her expression. Hello, Glenn, and welcome, welcome, welcome to this live. I'm so glad you're here. It's great. I hope you had an amazing Sunday morning and afternoon and, just hope you're having a great moment right now. That's what I wish for you and for everybody that's listening. So last week we talked about how to stop letting life mentally defeat you. And we didn't finish that conversation. And I told you guys that it would be a continuation this week. So, yes, I'm going to give you all some more important information on how to stop letting life beat you. And I know that times are hard right now. You know, I, I've been hearing those words, as a matter of fact, ever since I've been a little girl. Always heard my mother say it. I heard my grandmother say it. And so, guess what? Times are hard. And that's the point. Times are always going to be hard, but we don't always hear people say times are good right now. We don't hear that often. And I want to let you know today that times are good right now. A lot of times, if we focus on the negative parts of life, we miss the good parts of life. And so I don't want you to have that mindset like, negative Nancy or, complaining Charlie. I always say complaining Charlie. Uh, I don't want you to have that type of mindset because I don't want you to not realize that life has issues. Life is hard sometimes, but you got to stop sometimes, sweetheart, and smell the roses. Do you understand what I'm saying? We don't want to always focus on everything negative. Life is full of a lot of things. And when you look into your life with gratitude, you'll start to find some of those great things. And we talked about gratitude last week. We've got to be able to do that. I can't stay long. I'm under a really. Wow, you stay safe. You stay safe. I think we're supposed to go into rooms where there aren't windows and all of that. So you find you a safe place. And definitely when you see one of my shorts or reels, let me know that you're okay because I want to hear from you. Okay. So whatever you do, just when you get time and all this is over with, just say, hey, Coach Gwendolyn, I'm okay. I definitely want to know that. And just know that you'll be in my prayers, you'll be in my thoughts, and you know that. So yeah, stay safe, okay? And that's Glenn, guys. Glenn said he's on the tornado watch. So let's continue on. So we're going to start today with let me see, what did I start at? Oh god, my hair just swinging to the side. I love my hair swinging. I waited so long, by the way, for these locks to get to this little length, and I'm loving this length. Now I know that they can probably get longer. I know that, but right now I'm loving this little bob. I guess they call it a bob cut when it's about right here. This bob growth set. So yeah, I'm loving it right now. I do want it to be longer, don't get me wrong, but at this current time, I'm happy with where it is, guys. And you see, I love all this jewelry in my hair. And I think I have a key somewhere in here. I can't find it. Let me see. I can never find that key, but there is a key somewhere in my head. It actually goes to a lock that I have. There it is. You guys see it right there? There's the key. That's the key. And believe it or not, this here key goes to a safe. And I would tell you how much money is in that safe, but I'm not gonna tell you. Maybe if you stick around this live before I go, I might tell you the amount of money that I have in the safe with this key. When I tell you guys how much money I have in this safe, you might be surprised, or you might go, "Really? You made me stick around for that?" So stick around, and if I remember, I'll tell you how much is in the safe that goes to this key. I mean, you're gonna be surprised. So hang out with me today. All right, let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Glenn. Thank you so much. So let's start talking about the weight people are carrying. Because, we carry a lot. I don't know if you're carrying a lot of weight on you right now. And I'm not meaning like, physical weight that you put on the scale. I mean life weight, stress, anger, depression, any of that, maybe your bills, your health. If so, that's what we're getting ready to talk about right quick. So if that sounds like something that you need help with, I'm going to go over that with you. And I'm going to go over so much more with you today. So if you're the type of person that has a growth mindset or wants to heal or be pushed into your greatness, that's what this podcast is about. It's not, I said podcast. I mean, by the way, I do have a podcast. It's called Win with Gwen. And it's right here on YouTube. So you can check that out. I accidentally said podcast because, hey, I ain't perfect. I am not perfect, guys. And do me a favor, guys. Hit those hearts for me. And I see you in here. And I acknowledge you. And I love you. And if you would hit that like, please hit that thumb up for me. I would be so grateful. Even if you're not going to stick around long, please go ahead. I want to see that thumbs up change right quick. If you all could do that for Coach Gwendolyn, that would be so thank you so much. I seen someone do it. If you guys can go ahead and continue to do that for me, and I see those hearts. Thank you all so much. And I'm so glad you're here. So first of all, let me clear my throat. Y'all like that song? Let me clear my throat. So I'm going to get a little water and then I'm going to get back to what we're going to be talking about today. And again, thank you guys for coming in and go ahead and hit that like for me. I see you in here and I am so happy about the number of people that are showing up right now. I am so glad to have you guys here. Mm. Oh God, I'm so thirsty. Here in Alabama, it's in the 90s. We had some rain a couple of days and we had rain today, so that helped. But when I tell you it is hot, it is hot. This weather is not playing with me, honey. It's not playing with me. I went walking and I tell you what, I didn't do my whole 3 miles. I came back in. I think I did like two and a half. I couldn't do it. But I'm gonna have to build up to it. But this sun is the heat is just now hitting. So I haven't adapted to it, but I'm gonna get there. Mm, mm. Let's see. All right, guys. So let's see what we got here. We got the weight people are carrying because I jot down, I wrote some notes that I wanted to talk to you all about so I keep my thoughts straight. So we're going to talk about a lot of people are trying to function while silently falling apart. And I don't know if you're one of those people who are just walking through life not talking to anyone, expressing yourself. And sometimes when we go through things, we really do need to seek counseling sometimes, and that's important. Or we need to be able to talk to a friend or maybe our spouse, but we need to be able to express ourselves. And if you can't go to them, honey, you can always go to God. Sit down and talk to God in prayer. Make sure you do that because uh, sometimes you just got to spit those words out. There's this power in words, there's power in the word. So don't just sit there in silence when you need to express yourself, when you need to let that stuff out. Remember to let it out. Let it out, y'all. Don't hold it in. And my mom used to always say, better out than in for a lot of situations. Now, I'm not trying to be funny, but she was usually talking about gas. But I'll use a little saying for a minute. My mom always had gas, by the way. She used to eat so many beans. She ate a lot of healthy food. But yeah, she used to say better out than in. But we're not gonna use it for the reason that she used it. We're gonna use it in a different way, and that is to actually let out what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're going through. Okay. Thanks for those hearts, guys. And don't forget to hit those thumbs up. And I see you guys are filling this room up right now. And I am loving. If y'all could just stay with Coach Gwendolyn today, I promise you all, we're gonna have a good time here. Let's see what we got saying. Hey. Me, myself, and I is in the room. Hey, baby, I've been missing you. Been missing you so much. I know you were having a medical procedure done, and I prayed for you and I thought about you, and I had other people pray for you when you weren't here. And we are happy, guys. If you all could just say hello, say hello. She's gonna know it's for her. You all say hello to her because it is a blessing to see her here today. I am so happy to see you. And we have here Letia here in the room today, and she says hello to everyone. Guys, I am loving my family that is on here, and I am so glad that you all are so supportive and kind. And y'all don't just stop by, y'all stay in here with me. Y'all don't just leave. I love the way y'all stay in here. Hit that thumb up for me. Give me those hearts, guys. Show me some love because right now I'm showing each and every one of y'all so much love. I'm so happy to see you guys here. So let's talk about this. So yeah, a lot of people, they're trying to function while staying silently and falling apart because of bills, pressure, parenting, relationship, constant bad news online, feeling behind in life, emotional burnout. And you know what? A lot of people are feeling exhausted right now in real time. So this is really serious, guys. And I want y'all to know that you're not alone. And when I say you're not alone, it's not because other people are going through what you're going through. That's true. They are. But when I say you're not alone, I also mean that people care about you. People love you, and people are going to be there for you. So never try to carry these burdens alone. Not only will they be there for you, sometimes they'll give you a helping hand financially. My mother always said, and I talk about my mama a lot, my mama always said, closed mouths don't get fed. Closed mouths don't get fed. When you're going through something, you got to open that mouth, baby. You got to speak up and let people hear what you're going through in order for them to help you. Do not drown in this economy. Do not drown in depression. Do not drown in sadness, baby. Hold your head up and your mouth open. You understand what I just said? Hold your head up and your mouth open because you are not what you go through. That's something separate. What you go through is what you go through. Who you are is who you are. And you are amazing. You are loved. You are kind. You are human. You are so beautiful. And I'm not just talking about on the outside. We're not going to focus on that. We're talking about that inner beauty, baby, because that inner beauty, it cannot be matched. It cannot be compared. It just is what it is. When you're beautiful inside, you're just beautiful. You can't take that. People try to compare or judge that outer beauty. Baby, they can't judge the inner beauty. And that's where the beauty is really at. That's true beauty. And I see your beauty. I see you, baby. So yes, speak up when you need help and hold that head up high. Have the same confidence you had before that power bill came in, before those medical results came in. Keep that head up, baby, because the more you love yourself, the more you're going to reach out to give yourself what you need during hard times. Baby, the best way to beat struggle is with love. The best way to beat anything is with love. So yes, remember that when you're feeling down, look in that mirror and say, you know what? I love myself and I'm gonna be okay. My mother always told me, she said, honey, one thing about them bills and them problems, they're gonna be there. And when you solve one, another one is going to come. She said, so just make sure you always keep your head up, you stay strong, and you stay focused. And she says, you're going to get through this. And she always told me, she said, look back on yesterday. She said, look back on yesteryear. Remember those problems that came back then? I would say, yes, ma'am. She said, where they at? I said, they're gone, ma'am. And she said, so when one faces you right now in real time, you look it in the eye. You look that bill and that you just stare at that bill, you stare at them health results, you stare at whatever it is that seems to be an obstacle in your life and you tell it, you're here today, but you're going to be gone tomorrow. And she was right. There's not a problem in my life that I had days ago, years ago, months ago, that I haven't found a way to cope with or get rid of. Mama wasn't lying, y'all. My mama was such a wise woman. I remember back in the day, I used to think she was crazy. And now I'm in her shoes. My kids think I'm crazy. But one day they're going to look back on all the good things that their mama told them. And they're going to say, you know what? Mama wasn't crazy. And I bet your kids or your family members are probably thinking that you're crazy too, because you're probably out here telling them how to eat properly, how to exercise, how to watch what they say, what words come out your mouth, because baby, words are powerful. And if you speak enough negative words, baby, you're gonna bring that into your life. My mama always say, watch what you say, baby. And I know that that is true, because I've actually seen myself say something and then it appear on TV right when I said it. I see myself say something, then somebody call me on the phone and say the same thing I just said. Like, I've seen my words come to reality so many times. So watch what you say. If you're going through something today, make sure you have something positive to say about that, baby. There's a yin and a yang, a left and a right, a up and a down. There's an opposite to everything. If you're only thinking one way when obstacles happen in your life, you need to create a habit. The time something happens, you tell yourself that you're okay. You tell yourself that you're going to have the solution to whatever you're going through. You tell yourself that, you know what, at this very moment, I'm feeling down, but at the same time, I'm going to tell myself something good about me. Like, you may be helpful to other people and you may be having a bad moment here, but when you look at yourself and say, today I helped someone cross the street. Today I bought someone a meal. Today I gave someone a ride. You cannot lock out the moments where you are doing good things in the world. Even though bad things are happening to you, you have to stay balanced. And that's where a lot of us get lost at. We don't balance ourselves. We want to sit back and cry and just soak into that moment of negativity. If something bad is going on in your life, you've got to pull yourself out. I didn't say pretend it didn't happen, honey. We're not gonna sit there and lie to ourselves, baby, because a person who can lie to themselves is a dangerous person. And you ain't dangerous. So don't lie to yourself. Be honest with your situation and circumstances, okay? But again, remind yourself of the great things you've done. Remind yourselves of how amazing you are, the achievements that you did in the midst of the obstacles. I remember I was going through a lot at one time, and I was in college. I was in college. I had lost my father, and I was real sad. And I'm not gonna say that I just erased what happened. That's not what happened. But I was trained enough to sit back and remember what I was having in my life at the time that was good. I remember putting on some music that had a lot of positive words in it, and it made me feel good. You got to pull yourself out of some of this and put some goodness in your life, even in the midst of things that are not going so good in your life. I am preaching this. I am telling you this. It works. It works. It won't. It works. It works. It works. I am a coach. I'm a transformational coach. I've seen my clients do this. I've taught them or guided them, because I don't teach y'all nothing, baby. I guide you into your greatness, because everything and anything that you need is already inside of you. And most of the times when I'm coaching, you all come up with those solutions yourselves. That's how amazing you all are. Sometimes I have to give you all a little hint, but most of the time, honey, y'all got it yourselves. Guys, hit that thumb up and hit those hearts. Hit those hearts. So yeah, mix some of those good emotions, guys. I'm all about helping y'all heal. I don't know if you know that or not. I just love, 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 love y'all. And let's see here. Debbie said good night to y'all. Good night, Debbie. Good night so much. And here Latia's already on it. She said good night. And I'm so glad you came in today. I see Debbie in the room all the time. She comes in and she joins us, and she's such a pleasant person to talk to. So Debbie, I saw you on my reels, and you said such kind things, and I want you to know that I know I acknowledge that. Guys, all of you guys who are watching my reels right now, I hope you're loving them. I hope you're loving them. And guys, I see y'all in this room. This room is full of you great people. It's full. Now hit that thumbs up and hit them hearts and quit playing with me now. Quit playing with me. Show me some love, even if you don't stay long. Hit that thumbs up. I love you guys. Let's see here. So we're going to start talking about section 2, overthinking and fear. Are you an overthinker? Are you an overthinker? I know I'm working on that right now. Ooh, yeah, I'm not perfect by far. I am working on overthinking. I mean, like, I could say something to someone that I need to say to them. Like, for instance, it could be something as small as telling a family member, could you please get your plate off the table? And then I could sit down and then I'll be like, did I say that mean? Should I have just waited for them to do it? I hope I didn't hurt their feelings. And then before you know it, I'm all in there going, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'll get that off the table for you. You don't have to get it." And they go, "No, no, I'll get it." I said, "What's that mean? Did I say that rudely?" And there's a whole conversation going on with someone who just going, "Wow, she sure made a big deal out of a little plate on the table. I told her I would get it." And that's a form of overthinking. And I do that sometimes when really I should just say, "Hey, would you please put your plate in the sink and leave it?" But I'm an overthinker, and I don't know if you guys are. Me, myself, and I said she is. And a warrior. I get it. I get it. I get it. Yeah. So, um, let's talk about that. So I jotted down this. I said some people don't have a life problem. They have a mind that never rests. And so yeah, when we talk about the mind, sometimes it will not rest. And if you're like me, I have ADHD, and that doesn't help sometimes. That ADHD takes me through it sometimes. And, I control it more now than I ever have. I don't know what my ADHD people in the house. If you're ADHD and you love who you are, regardless of what you have, if you have ADHD, where you at? Say ADHD. I'm proud to say it, honey. And I'm gonna tell you something. I always talk about the good and the bad, the yin and the yang, the left and the right, the up and the down. ADHD has a lot of great things. I don't know if you watch me here on YouTube, you'll see that I have music on this station. I have reels on this station. I have long videos on this station. I have a podcast on this station. I do lives on this station. I edit everything. I do everything myself. There's no editing anywhere. There's no other people recording me. When I tell you I am a one woman show, I am a one woman show. Go check out everything. Everything is done by me. And then I have time to keep my grandkids, have friends, cut the yard. I even cut grass, y'all. I do it all. And I have to because I have ADHD, but having that makes me and allows me to do so many things. Now, I could sit here and complain about my ADHD, but again, I'm going to bring out the goodness of it, the greatness of it. I am. So, yes. So, I am an overthinker, and I can't always blame everything on ADHD because sometimes it's just who I am. Okay. I'm not going to just use that as a crutch. So, sometimes when we're overthinkers and our mind never rests, we talk about things that we go through. And some of the things that I personally go through is anxiety. And sometimes I can't even place why I may have anxiety sometimes. So when that happens to me, I pull back, I turn on some positive music, I read my Bible, I talk to my best friend, and sometimes when I talk to my best friend, I just cry. I let it out. She comforts me and then I feel better. I feel better because I told you, you got to talk about it. You've got to let it out. Baby, letting those words out is the most powerful medication you can take for anxiety, for depression, for anything. Don't you sit back on and lay in that bed and think about all that negative stuff. Don't you sit back and not even know what's going on with you because you know what? The only way you can find out what is going on with you is sometimes when you have that conversation. And through conversation is discovery. Talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. And if you can't find nobody, do the next best thing, and that is talk to yourself if you have to. They say if you talk to yourself, you're not crazy. They say if you answer yourself, you're crazy. But let Coach Gwen tell you this, honey. If you talk to yourself, this is my opinion, and I stand by this. If you talk to yourself and you don't answer yourself, I think that's disrespectful. Think it's crazy to answer yourself. I think that's disrespectful because I've heard myself say, I need to go in there and wash those dishes. And then I say, yeah, I'm gonna go in there and wash them. That don't make me crazy. That makes me respectful, honey. I'm gonna answer myself back. And if I don't have anybody else to talk to during a time where I need somebody to talk to, I'm gonna talk to my God. I'm gonna talk to myself. And I'm going to answer myself back because how can you find a solution? The solution that you find is the answer to what you were speaking to yourself about. Think about it. If you say, what am I going to have for dinner? And you don't speak a solution, I think that's kind of crazy. So if I say, "What am I having for dinner?" I go, "I think I'm gonna have baked chicken and broccoli." You understand what I'm saying? Talk to yourself. Don't let them people trick you not to talk to yourself if you don't have anybody to talk to and you're going through something. You talk to yourself, you answer yourself, you find those solutions because you deserve that. You remember I said that. That's an old cliche that I don't want to be a part of. And also, fear of failure. Fear of failure. Have you ever wanted to do something that just meant so much to you, but you were afraid to do it? You were afraid because you might fail. The thing I want you to do is next time you feel that way, write this question down. Type it in your phone and text it to yourself. Whatever you can do, write this question down. The next time you are afraid to do something, I want you to ask yourself, what if I don't do it? What would life be like? What would life be like if I don't do it? Because a lot of times when I'm afraid of something and I ask myself, what would my life be like if I didn't do it? That's the inspiration, the motivation, and the proof that I need to face that fear and do what it is, do what I got to do. Fear is spelled FEAR. And they say, fear everything and run or face everything and rise. That's the only thing you can do with fear. You can face everything and run or face everything and rise. And baby, I hope you choose to rise. Y'all hit that thumb up, hit those hearts, and let's talk. Tell me something here in the comments. I want to know what's on your minds today. And she said, "It's rude. You do it all, girl." I try, y'all. I try. But sometimes I have to pull back and take a break too, because you don't want to you don't want to do too much. Everybody has to find some time to rest their mind. And that's why I meditate a lot. I get up around 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the mornings and I meditate. I meditate, and sometimes I meditate for an hour, like, and it feels so good. Sometimes it's shorter than that, but I definitely meditate every single day because I have to have some me time. Because me time is what prepares me to find the solutions to things that I'm going through in life, whether they're good things or bad things. And I found that meditation allows me to live a happier, healthier, more fulfilled type of lifestyle. Before I used to meditate, I never would take the time out to recognize or realize what I needed in my life. Meditation helps me to look inward. You understand what I'm saying? I could get wrapped up with helping everybody else, clocking in to work, and it was all about everybody else. Even my time when I used to think would be like, what do I have to do for such and such? Where do I have to go to do such and such for such and such? It was always about everybody else. So I pulled back and I started meditating. And when I meditated, I would hear what Gwen needed. So if you all don't meditate, look into it. It's very important that you do so. And you don't have to meditate long. It could be a 5-minute meditation. Start out very small if you're new at it. And go look at some YouTube videos, buy some books, and learn how to meditate. But I'm going to tell you like this right here. You can buy all the books you want, but meditation just really takes laying down or sitting down and turning off everything around you and just sitting still. Sometimes you just got to sit still. Don't let people complicate meditation to you. It's not that complicated. And then when you hear your thoughts, honey, it's okay to hear your thoughts. Let them thoughts ramble in your head. Over time, those thoughts are going to just leave by themselves, and you're going to be able to just sit there and meditate in complete, utterly peace and quiet within your mind and in your environment. I promise you. People used to tell me, you got to do this, you got to do A, B, C, D. It would complicate me and I would just stop. But I'm here to tell you right now today, it ain't that serious, honey. Sit there, focus on your breathing. Whenever your mind starts to wander, focus on your breathing again. If you have to keep focusing on your breathing, you do that. Meditation is everything. Meditation. And you know what? Meditation is where you hear God's voice inside of you. You hear God's voice inside of you. So yeah, meditate. So let's thinking also, we're talking about thinking too far ahead. You ever been going through something in life or something happened to you? And it could be real life situations, okay? Real life situations. Like maybe your boyfriend or your girlfriend broke up with you. And now you're sitting there thinking about what they're doing. And you've thought about it so hard that now you've convinced yourself that they're sitting at home playing cards, talking on their phone, having a good old time. I don't even care that what just happened. Like you think you're the only one that's sad. You've painted this whole story that they're just having a great life. Yeah, we think ahead. We fantasize about things. We paint these pictures that don't even exist. Well, I'm here to tell you, you've got to stop doing that. You may apply for a job and you took out the time to feel as though you needed this job. You took out the time to feel like there was a possibility for you to get it because you wouldn't have filled out the application. And now you're sitting there after you've wanted the job, filled out the application, and you're going, I'm not going to get the job. They're not going to call me. Do you know that? Do you know that you're not going to get the job? Do you know that they're not going to call you? Or you went to the doctor's office and the doctor's office ran tests on you and they told you they would call you back or, get in touch with you in 24 to 48 hours. And now you're at home deciding what the results are. Oh, I know I have that. I know that's going to happen to me. Oh, I already know they're calling back with bad news. Honey, you've got to stop that. You don't have the answer. And all that is causing is unnecessary anxiety. Wait for your results. And if you're going to think about the results and do that, why not think positive? Why do we always have to go negative? Untrain your minds. Get out of that negative type of thinking. If you had to go to the doctor and take some tests and you were waiting on results, why does it matter? Why can't you say those results are going to be good? I'm going to get good results. I'm going to get good results. And people will say, well, I don't think like that because I don't want to be let down. So you rather be let down before you get the results? Because you're let down before you get the results unnecessarily. But if you think positive and you be rational with that positive thinking, I'm not telling you to not understand that it could go to the right or it could go to the left, but does it hurt to say, I'm hoping for the best? I'm wishing for the best. I'm thinking for the best. Why is that so hard for us to do? Oh, I applied for that job and I'm a good candidate. I got a good chance at getting it. I'm not asking you to be delusional and say, I got the job. You don't have to say you got the job, but you can say, I feel good about it. Or I'm really rooting for myself. I really hope they pick me. That just feels so much better than, oh, they probably ain't going to pick me. Baby, stop doing that to yourself, okay? Stop doing that to you. You are too amazing. You're too amazing to keep doing that for it to yourself. And if you look at your life, you will see that a lot of times in life, you did get what you want. Now, didn't you? Come on, you got a lot of what you want in life. You didn't get everything, but you got a lot. So why can't you start to think in that manner? Change the way you think about what you want in life. It's okay to want good results. It's okay to want to get the job. It's okay to want to have the right numbers when you play the lottery. It's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that, baby. I use yoga. Will not now for a while. Okay. Well, not now. Okay. Oh, hey, Asai, how are you doing? How are you doing? I'm so glad you're here with me today. I'm glad all you guys are here. And I see those hearts flowing. Don't think I don't see that, guys. I see those hearts. And Latia said that's right. And okay, I'm blessed beyond. You are blessed. We are all blessed. We are all blessed. If you feel blessed tonight, type I'm blessed in the comments. I want to see who's all blessed. Now I'm gonna keep going here and then I'm gonna look back up at these comments and I want to see who all says they're blessed tonight. Guys, thank you guys for dropping in tonight. I am so glad you guys are here with me. Ooh, I'm so glad. Do you know I love you? Do you know I'm proud of you? Do you know I know that life hits us sometime with the hardest punches? I know, but I believe that each and every one of us has the strength in the heart to overcome everything that has happened to us in our past and everything that's going to happen in our future. And that's what we're doing here today. We are building ourselves. We are learning how to protect ourselves and give ourselves what we need so that we can make it in this beautiful world. Notice how I said beautiful world, because the world is beautiful, but it's not perfect, just like we aren't. And things happen in this world, and we happen to the world because we're not perfect, but we sure are amazing. We are so amazing. I love you guys. I don't know if you all can feel it when I say that. And I really want y'all to know, if you don't feel loved by anybody in this world, you can't feel that way anymore. You can never say that you're not loved because I love you. And those aren't just words that I say. Those are words that I feel so strongly in my heart. I truly, honestly believe in you guys. And I know you all can make it through anything in this world. But you've got to start loving yourselves. You've got to start filling your cup up before you try and fill everybody else's cup. Make yourself strong enough that you can help others and not let self down. It's not selfish to love yourself first. It's not. It's not. Because when you love yourself unconditionally, can you imagine what you can give to other people? Y'all gonna have me crying here tonight. I know how much I can love people because I love myself so much. And it was years ago that I didn't love myself like this. And that type of love that I gave myself, it allowed me to find time to love you all. It allowed me to find time to put those quotes out in the podcast and write my book, Get Beat to Get Better, which is on Amazon. You're talking about a self help book, a book that'll touch your heart and push you through all those glass ceilings, that'll give you a feeling of, yes, I can, every time you feel like, no, I can't. Go get that book, Get Beat to Get Better. I didn't just write that book, baby. I bled into that book. I shared things in that book with you all that I thought I could never share, baby. When your stories and your secrets become a testimony, and that's what happened in my life became a testimony. I no longer felt as though I was responsible, that I was a victim of what happened to me during my childhood. I no longer felt like I was responsible. Baby, you're not responsible for things that happen to you at the hands of evil people or broken people. And I'm going to say broken people because people who can do those type of things to you or have done those type of things, those people are broken. And that's why it's important to learn forgiveness. Baby, when I start forgiving folks, got on top of life. I started forgiving people. I started loving myself more. And I started helping other people because I found forgiveness and self love. And those things are powerful. That's why me and my ADHD does all of that positive material because I feel that. I experienced that. I healed. And now I have enough in my cup because, baby, my cup floweth over. Let me say that again. My cup floweth over. And I have so much in my cup now that I'm giving it to you. So every time I come on here on Sundays, that's right, I could be doing something else, but I'm doing this because my cup full. I got time to love you, to guide you into your greatness because I'm not draining me to give to you. I'm not draining me to give to you because I keep my cup filled. I meditate. I'll walk. I pray. I do whatever it takes to make me feel good. I practice affirmations. I live a life of gratitude, baby. That's my new attitude. Do you? I got an attitude, show do. An attitude of gratitude. I show do. Yeah, I got an attitude of gratitude, baby. And that's the only attitude that I want. So y'all just got me feeling so good about y'all tonight. Y'all sure do. Let me keep moving on, guys. David, I love you so much, sweetheart. I love you too. I love you too. I love you. Wait a minute. Let me put this paper down. Let me put this paper down so I can give y'all some of these big old hearts. I'm gonna give y'all something better than that. I bet you can't look. Watch this. Hold on. Let me give y'all something really nice. All y'all pick one of these flowers for yourself. Get yourselves a flower tonight. Grab a flower. If y'all were here in real time, I would give each and every one of y'all one of these beautiful flowers. You know, my mama always said, give people their flowers while they're alive. Don't wait until they're under the ground. Don't wait until they're in the dirt. Baby, these flowers tonight, I'm giving each and every one of you your flowers tonight. I'm giving each and every one of y'all your flowers tonight. Baby, I love y'all. Let me go ahead to this next thing on this paper. Y'all be making me lose my spot. Let me see what I was talking about. So yeah, we was talking about mm, thinking too far ahead, and we're gonna start talking about creating fake worst case scenarios. And you know that runs into what I was just talking about. Fake case scenarios. I really don't even have to go back over that because I think we covered that. Stop making up things that don't even and haven't even happened in your life. And if you can't stop, at least make it positive. So yeah, we already kind of crossed that. I'm sticking with that. The next thing is I want to let y'all know that overthinking steals your peace and your confidence. Cause you think about it, if you keep thinking over and over and over about something like you're overthinking, how can you say that that's confidence? How can you be confident? Hey, Kenny, how are you, Kenny? Kenny, you just came in here, but I've got to give you yours too. I gave everybody flowers today. I want you to get your flower because my mama always say, give people their flowers while they're here, baby. I want to acknowledge you. I want to love you. I want to support you. I want to guide you. I want to give you some of what's already in my cup when my cup is filled, baby. I want to help you become the best version of yourself that you can be. So here's your flowers for the day. Y'all tell Kenny hello, guys. Everybody tell Kenny hello and welcome him into this room because Kenny, all we do here is win. All we do is win, win. All we do is win. That's right, baby. We win so much that I even created my podcast based on winning, honey. My podcast is Win with Gwen. This right here on YouTube. You check that out, baby, because all we do is win. People say, what you did today? I say I won. Huh? Baby, all I do is win. Every day I wake up, I make sure I pour into me. And that ain't selfish, baby. That's called survival. If you're not pouring into yourself, baby, I guarantee you, you're not surviving. Learn to pour into yourself so that you have enough to pour into others. Stop draining yourself. Stop giving all of you to anybody. Stop doing that. You're too amazing to keep doing it to yourselves. I love you guys. I see those hearts. Thank you so much. Hey, Billy Joe. Hey, Billy Joe. Hey, Billy Joe. Thank you for coming in here. I see you. I love you. And hello, baby. And Billy Joe, you're a little late too, but grab your flower. I'm giving you your flowers today. It ain't every day people give you your flowers before you exit this world. So today, I'm acknowledging you as well, Billy Joe. Let's go ahead and talk about this right here. Stopping negative self talk. Oh, that's a big one, honey. You ever just been somewhere and you stump your toe? You stumped your toe. And the next thing that comes out your mouth is, dang, I'm so stupid. Why would I do that? Ouch. Oh my God, I'm so crazy. Are you stupid? Are you crazy? No. So why is it just second nature for you to speak about yourself like that? Why is it second nature for you to say things like that off your tongue so easy? If you fail a test, the first thing you might say is, dang, I'm dumb. I knew I was going to fail that test. And why not say, wow, I'm intelligent enough to take this test again and pass it the next time. I failed tests. And when given the opportunity, I failed classes, okay? When I was in college, I failed some classes. But I graduated, which means there was a part of me that said, hey, you can do this. You failed. You're not a failure. And you got this. We've got to stop doing that to ourselves. And maybe you think that's small. Maybe you go, oh, well, that's nothing. I always talk to myself like that. Honey, stop. Stop talking to yourself like that. You don't deserve that negative chatter from yourself, honey. You got enough of it coming from the world. Why do that to yourself? And if you do it enough times to yourself out loud, baby, people gonna treat you like you treat you. I know y'all heard that before. People will treat you like you treat you. So if you walk around saying you're crazy, if you walk around saying you're dumb, if you walk around asking people, you think I look fat? If you got to get your hair cut nice and you like your hair cut, and you have to walk up to people and say, hey, is my hair ugly? I think my hair ugly. Why would you think your hair was ugly? Why do you need confirmation for somebody else? Why can't you just understand that your hair is beautiful at any stage, that your face is beautiful at any stage, that you are beautiful just the way you are? Because God don't make mistakes. God don't make mistakes. Maybe you're heavier than you were yesterday, but you're still beautiful. It's the same face. It's the same. It's the same. Just more of you. You're beautiful, and start looking within. And for the things that you aren't, know without a doubt. Again, you're made in God's likeness. He is the creator. You are a creator like him. You can create whatever you need, baby. But you can't do it if you always feeling down about yourself, if you're always saying things bad about yourself. You know, you give me a crayon and I go, oh, I can color. I'm going to attempt it and I'm going to keep doing it until I become really good at coloring in the lines. But if you give me a crayon and I say I can't color, the odds are I'm going to put that crayon down and not do it. You got to first say how amazing you are consistently. And you'll begin to believe it. And you'll begin to act in a manner in which is. And you'll see your life change in ways that you could never imagine. Stop the negative talk. Even if you have to get a paper, okay, and start writing down simple every day one good thing about yourself for 30 straight days. 30 straight days. Take a note, write this down, do this and try it. For 30 straight days, write down something good about yourself. At the end of that 30 days, you're going to see how easy it is for you next time you stump your toe or something to say, dang, I'm going to be a little bit careful, or dang, let me put on my shoes, or dang, accidents happen. Instead of, oh, I'm so crazy, I'm so stupid, I'm so clumsy. You are not clumsy. You are you. You are Hilatia. You are Billy. You are Kenny. You are Debbie. You are me, myself, and I. You are Gary. You are you. You are you. You are you. And don't address yourself as anything else, baby. Your mama and your daddy took out the time to give you a name. And that name wasn't dummy. That name wasn't crazy. That name wasn't stupid. That name wasn't failure. That name wasn't ugly. That is not your name. Stop calling yourself out of your name. And when you respect yourself, others will. And if they don't, baby, you'll be so confident in who you are that what they call you rolls off you like rain on Rain-X. You ever put that Rain-X on your window, on your windshield, and it rains and that rain just trickles right down and falls out, look like little beads? Baby, that's how it'll do. They can call you what they want to, and that's on them. That's on them. Because you'll know, like you know, like you know, like you know who you are. And you'll be like, oh, okay. You call me what? Oh, okay. Because that's how I am now. I don't care what people do. They can come on his live like some young man did a while back, and he may still come here, and I hope he does. He said he would kick a skateboard through my teeth. And guess what? That's somebody who's broken. And I love him. And I'm so confident with my gap, my diastema. I'm so confident with that. That's part of me. That's part of me. Even though it's not perfect. My teeth don't sit straight, but that don't make me not beautiful. What makes me beautiful is that I believe it. That's why I smile all the time. Y'all ever seen a gap tooth girl smiling? Well, you have tonight. You see a gap tooth girl smiling with all her might, all her confidence, and all her light. Because ain't nobody going to dim my light, baby, because they don't like what I look like. They don't look like what I sound like. I ain't got time to worry about that. I'm trying to make sure I don't worry. I'm trying to live a life of non worry, honey. So why would I sit there and worry about that? That's them that's worrying about my gap in my mouth. And that's on them. I don't really have time for that because I'm too busy filling my cup so I can pour into you. You understand? I can't fill my cup up and take care of me if I'm worried about people talking about me, people that don't even know me, people that have never ever put their eyes on me. Might be the first time ever, and here they come judging me. Don't know nothing about who I am, why I'm like I am, or nothing. Just talking. Just talking. Don't even know me. Don't know nothing about me. And baby, if you ain't walked in my shoes, you can't speak on my life. You understand that? Stop letting these people get next to you. Stop letting these people get next to you, okay? Know who you are. And I didn't say you have to be perfect to be amazing. Know who you are, okay? So let's talk about this right here. Feeling not so good enough. Feeling not so good enough. Have you ever just felt like you weren't good enough? Not good enough for the relationship, not good enough for the job, not good enough to be the friend, not good enough to compete, not good enough to go to college, not good enough to sit in the same room with certain people. Have you ever felt that? And listen to this word I said. Have you ever felt? Felt. You understand? It's an emotion. It's not even a fact. Let, let me repeat that again. It's an emotion. It's not a fact. So if you're walking around feeling like you're not good enough, it's a feeling. It's not a fact. Because the fact is, you are good enough. So the next time you're in a room and you feel like you don't fit in, or you feel like you're not good enough, or you feel like someone is better than you, remember the key word there is feel. You can't judge yourself based on an emotion. You can't do that. An emotion that you don't even know where it came from. Or maybe you do know where that emotion came from. Maybe it was because somewhere in life someone told you that you were nothing, that you would never amount to anything, that you were worthless. So you began to feel as though they were right. Because they never showed you proof, they never had proof. Those were their thoughts that they put upon you, creating a feeling. Baby, you are enough. You are enough for any room, for any paper, any person, any space. You are enough. Did you hear me? You. I'm talking to you. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, 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 hey. I'm talking to you. You are enough. And every time you think anything else, that's nothing more and nothing less than a feeling. And guess who can control those feelings? You can. You can erase those feelings, honey. Once you know better, you do better. You know better now. So next time you hear yourself say, I feel like I can't do this, that's a feeling. Because you ain't tried. Next time you say you feel like you don't belong, that's a feeling. Get rid of it. Control it. And I know it may not happen overnight, but I want you to be consciously aware of that word feeling. When you hear yourself say it or think it, say, hey, Coach Gwendolyn said that's a word, which is an emotion that I'm putting upon myself. And I have control over that negative feeling. If I'm going to feel anything, that I should tell myself positive feelings. Because life is too short to not feel amazing about myself, regardless of what someone else felt about me. I'm taking my power back. Forget what they said. They felt I was dumb. They felt I was ugly. They feel like I don't belong. They feel like I'm not good enough. I'm not going to do that to myself. Why would you do that to yourself? Undo those negative feelings starting right now. Okay? Do the work that it takes to control that. Guys, it is 8:30. I'm going to be leaving here soon, so I'm going to try to cover a little more, and I want you all to stay with me as long as you can because I know that one of these things that I'm hitting on today, somebody in here can relate to. And if you can relate to it, I'm trying to give you a solution and a way through that. You understand me? I'm trying to give you a solution and a way through that. Because I don't want you feeling this way. I don't want you thinking this way. I don't want you speaking this way when it comes to negativity about you because you're too amazing for that, sweetheart. You are too amazing for that. Whew, and I don't play about you, baby. God don't play about you, and Coach Gwendolyn don't play about you. Let's see here. Let me read some of these. More than I deserve. You deserve everything, sweetheart. You deserve everything. And I'm blessed. I hear you. I feel you. I see you. You are blessed, baby. You are blessed. I see I'm blessed. Testify. Testify, baby. Testimony. Testify. Testimony. I feel that. Hey, Gary. Hey, Gary. Hey, Gary. Hey, Gary. You slipped in here on me, Gary. Hey, Gary. And good night, me, myself, and I. I don't know if you're still here, but good night. And yes, we're going to be safe out here. And I love you so much. Oh, I love you. That's so nice. You're so welcome, everybody. Y'all are so nice. Yes, yes, yes. We are enough. We are enough. We are enough, guys. If you all have not heard that in a while, you're hearing it right here. You are enough. Believe that, honey. Let's see here. Comparing yourself to others in person and online. You don't have to be like nobody. As a matter of fact, the person you're trying to compare yourself to online, they are where they are because of who they are. Let me repeat that. The person you're trying to compare yourself to online, they are where they are because of who they are. And if you want to be somewhere, you better be you, baby. Because it's hard to show up as somebody else. And when you have to keep faking like you are somebody else, you're wasting your life because not only are you faking that you like someone else, you have to take out the time to keep going back to see what they're doing so you can do it too. Punchinella, punchinella, punchinella in the shoe. You know what you say. You can do it too, punchinella, punchinella. You can do it too, punchinella in a shoe. You remember that? Baby, you ain't punchinella. You are you. You don't have to go and try to be like someone else. If I wanted to see them, I'd go see them. And they already exist. I want to see who you are. I want to experience you because you are unique too. You got something that they don't have. And if you're pretending to be what they have, then we're going to miss out on your greatness, baby. Get in touch with yourself. Start learning who you are. I know the world beats you down and makes you almost like a sheep where they want you to do everything a certain way. But baby, there's something authentic about you. Get in touch with your authenticity. Get in touch with that, baby, because there's something so unique about you. You know, people, they tell me how I use my hands, how I express myself, all of that. Yes, I am kind of sort of dramatic, but that's who I am. That works for me. I ain't got time to be nobody else, baby. And sometimes people tell me I'm kind of seductive, and it's okay because that's who I am. You understand? I'm not trying to be like nobody else because if I was trying to be like somebody else, you all wouldn't experience me. You understand that? That's why I'm telling you, there's something so amazing, unique, and great about you. Start showing up as you. Stop comparing yourself to the Joneses, to the Kardashians, whoever they are. I can't even say the name properly, but no disrespect. Baby, I want to know who you are. I want to see you. I want to fall in love with that thing that you don't even know that's great about you. That thing that you say, oh, I don't want anybody to see this part of me. Baby, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I want to see y'all. I want to get to know you because you are beautiful. You are amazing. You are unique. And that's the part of you that you're trying to hide. Don't hide it. That's the gift that God has given you. He put a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of that and came up with you. And you want to hide that because you don't feel good about what God has done. You don't feel good about what God has created. You don't feel good about the difference that you have as compared to somebody else online or in person, baby. You better do you be you, baby, because that's the part I want to see. I want to hear you if your voice squeaks when you. I've heard people that sound strange. Hey, how you doing? And when I hear them, it just makes me laugh. It makes me feel good. It makes me forget that I had a bad day. You understand? And that same person will say, I hate my voice. And I'll be like, baby, I love it. Because your voice is different. It's unique. Or maybe you have big lips. Look at these big old lips I got. You see my big lips? Baby, I love them. And some people have tiny lips. And they're beautiful as well. We are different. Embrace your uniqueness, sweetheart. Love yourself for who you are, even if it's different, because it's that difference that makes you amazing. Ooh, all this talking, it can make your throat get dry. Mm. I always got to keep me some water by my side. Good night, Debbie. Good night. We have Wade Smith. My voice is different. Y'all listen to this. And I love when you guys speak out and be honest about who you are and what you're feeling. So I'm about to read this. And Wade, while I read this, make sure you hit that thumb and send me some hearts while I read this, guys. Send me some hearts. Matter of fact, don't send me hearts right now. I want you to hit the hearts, but I want y'all to show Wade how much y'all love him, how much y'all appreciate him for being transparent at this moment. I'm going to read his comment. Y'all send Wade some hearts for me. Send Wade heart. Wade, these hearts are for you, baby. You look to them hearts while I read this. Wade said, my voice is different and unique, and nobody cares. I have so much I want to share, and nobody cares. Now, Wade, If nobody cares, why are those hearts over there going up? Look at those hearts, Wade. Those ain't for me. Those for you, Wade. Those hearts are for you, Wade. Look at those hearts. If nobody cares, why did you enter into this space? Why I just read your comment with all my heart. I'm gonna tell you what you can't say no more, Wade. You can't say nobody cares about your voice. We just showed you different tonight. Cause we don't play about you, Wade. God don't play about you. And I don't play about you, Wade. And the people in this room don't play about you, Wade. We don't play about you. We care, Wade. We care. We care. Wade, I love you. And let me tell you, I gave other people this tonight. Here's your flowers, Wade. Here's your flowers, Wade. My mama always said, make sure you give people their flowers while they're here. You're in here today, Wade. Here's your flowers, baby. We love you, Wade. 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 You matter, baby. Each and every one of y'all matter here tonight. Y'all can't walk around not feeling love no more. Because when y'all need some love, come on up in here. If you know somebody that need love, I'm going to be here next Saturday. You tell them, say, it's this coach named Coach Gwen, and it's a group of people that come together. And all the whole time they're here, they give love. They give helpful advice. They say powerful words. They send hearts to the side. They express themselves. They don't even care if you're broken. They don't even come. You come up in there and you're mean. They're gonna hear what you got to say, and then they're gonna help guide you back into the lane of love. Did y'all ever think that there was a spot you can go to and just feel love? Love? Unconditional love? The type where you can make a mistake and the person to still hug you and love you and help guide you into your greatness? Real love really do exist, guys. And it's inside of you. And it's inside of me. And we love you, Wade. We love you. Let's go and do a couple more of these before I leave, guys. Guys, now we just had a moment, and the next thing that I have on my list to talk about is right on time. Let me tell you what that is. Guys, hit that thumb up. If you just came in the room, hit that thumb up, hit that like, hit it for me, guys. Don't forget to hit that, okay? Wade, I don't know if you hit it already, but you go ahead and hit that, okay? You hit that. So, we're going to talk about how words affect confidence and motivation. When people say negative things like they don't want to hear you speak, they don't like your voice, that affects your confidence and it affects your motivation and it slows you down and it stops you from becoming a person that lives your purpose. Now, I don't know if you understand how important your purpose is. I don't know if anybody ever told you that your purpose is important, but it is. But you'll never be able to live your purpose if you allow people's words, judgment to affect you. If you don't begin to believe how amazing you are, see, the only way someone can affect you from being heard is if you allow their words to affect you. See, it comes a moment when somebody say, I don't want to hear your voice because you don't sound good or you sound crazy or see, that's their opinion. But when you're able to drown out their opinion, and you got to start working on that, you got to start saying, that's your opinion. I'm still going to speak. Do you know how many people did not like the sound of my voice. And this is a true story. My father used to hate the way my voice sounded. He used to hate it. He would tell me all the time, your voice gets on my nerves. Now, that's his belief. That was his belief. Had I listened to his belief, you all wouldn't be here today listening to me. You've got to stop listening to what other people say about you when it's negative. Wade, you told me that other people didn't like your voice. Who cares about what they don't like? You said that you have a nice voice. And that's all that matters. Do you know how powerful it is that you said your voice was nice? Now you got to stay right there and understand that's all that matters. That's all that matters. You know the truth. Your opinion is that your voice is amazing. Now live in that thought, live in that opinion, and get rid of what you think other people think about you. I want to hear your voice, and other people do too. It wasn't like the whole world said that. Somebody said that. Some people said that. But you said different. And I love that. Start draining all that out, okay? And for anybody else that's in his shoes, you do the same, okay? And that brings me to the last thing we're going to talk about, and that is learning to speak to yourself with grace, meeting yourself where you are, understanding that you don't have to be perfect to be kind to yourself. You don't have to be perfect to become better than the you were yesterday. But you've got to give yourself grace. You've got to look yourself in the mirror some days and say, I love you. You've got to look yourself in the mirror some days and say, I'm going to be okay. Baby, self-talk is the best talk. I mentioned talking to friends and talking to your minister, talking to your transformational coach. I mentioned that. But self-talk, baby, is the best talk. I told you that you can talk to yourself and answer yourself. If you ain't got nobody else, baby, you always got you. You always got God. And you know God ain't going to have you talk about yourself bad. I ain't never went to God and said, God, I'm stupid. God, I'm ugly. God, I'm dumb. Whenever I talk to God, I talk about myself with grace. So if you can't get in the habit of talking to yourself with grace, go talk to your God and let him help guide you. That's what you do. Because I ain't never, ever talked to God bad about me. And God ain't never talked bad back to me about me. It just didn't never, ever, ever happen. I can't even sit here and say it has. It just ain't never, ever, ever happened. See, that's the southernness in me. That's my Alabama talking right now, guys. It just ain't never, ever, ever, ever happened. It never has happened. I need you to talk kind to yourself. Hey, tongue, how are you doing? I love God too. And I love you. And you just came in, and I got to give you your flowers before I go too. Everybody else got their flowers tonight. So I hope I'm saying your name right. Tongue, tongue. Here's your flowers. And I love you so much. And don't forget to hit that thumb up, okay? Don't forget to hit that thumb, hit that like, hit it for me, and send me some hearts, guys. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to tell you guys good night. I've told you all already that I love you all, but it ain't never enough. I'm going to tell you again before I go. I love you. I'm proud of you. I believe in you. And if you don't believe in yourself right now, I want you to use the belief that I have in you to guide you until your belief gets stronger. And for the ones of you who already believe in yourself, kudos, guys. Keep doing that. And since you already at the level of self-belief, pour into someone like I'm doing. Pour into someone until they get where you are so they can pour into someone. Each one teach one, baby. We got this. We got this. And we've got to do the work. And the work of what we're doing here. We're doing the work on my podcast called Win Win with Gwen. It's helping to guide you all into your greatness. You all can do the work by getting my self help book, which tells so many stories about who I am, what I've been through, and how I got over each and every obstacle. And it is motivational, it is inspirational, baby. And the acronym is BEAT in that book, and it's called Get Beat to Get Better. And that BEAT stands for belief, expectations, affirmations, and tenacity. And you guys have got to get that book. I want y'all to start showing up on these lives saying, Coach Gwen, I got that book. I read that book. I want y'all to get that book. Because I'm not wasting my time here. What I'm trying to do is guide you all into your greatness. And sometimes you got to get some of these tools that Coach Gwendolyn has out there. You got to go look at that podcast. You got to come to these lives. You got to watch those shorts. You got to buy that book. You got to hire the coach. Yes. My information is on here when you go down and you read all my little information. My email, mine's above matters at gmail.com. If you want to get in contact with me, if you need a transformation coach, you don't have to be in the same city and state, baby. I do it online as well. There's no excuse for you not to become your greatest self, the greatest version of yourself. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for you to sit in depression. There's no excuse anymore, baby. When you're ready, I'm ready. And if you're not ready for the transformational coaching portion, get the book. If you're not ready to get the book, watch the podcast. If you're not ready for the podcast, show up on the lives. But we've got to do the work. And that's the work that I'm talking about we have to do in order to become our best versions of ourselves. So that we don't have to worry about who likes our voices. We don't have to worry about who likes what we look like. We don't have to worry about trying to be like the Jones. We don't have to worry about overthinking everything. We don't have to go through all that. We can get help. We can get help and overcome those things that are holding us back. Those punches that life keeps hitting us with. We will be equipped to get up 10 when we're knocked down 9, baby. Life ain't gonna beat us. We got this. You got this. Bye, guys. And yes, I will have a blessed night, Kenny. And Latia says, I do tell God that sometimes I do stupid stuff. Well, you know what? God knows you're not perfect, and you don't do stupid stuff, sweetheart. You don't do stupid stuff. Life happens, and you overcome it. And God knows that, and He's proud of you. And ain't nothing stupid about what you do, baby. It may not be perfect, and it may not be right, but ain't nothing stupid about you or the things that you do. Acknowledge what you do when it's not right, and then you do the right thing because there's room for doing what's right in the midst of doing what's wrong. You remember that. Her name is Cookie, and she is almost dead. I don't understand what you're saying, Tom. Her name is Cookie. I'm going to wait a few minutes, so if you want to explain that, can you please pray for my dog, Cookie? Guys, let's pray for Cookie. I want to close my eyes for a moment, and I'm going to say a prayer, a silent prayer for Cookie. And guys, I want to let y'all know I prayed for Cookie, and I included each and every one of you too. Tongue, I love you guys. And I'm out, guys. I'll see y'all next Sunday, 7:30.